So let's talk about, getting the lymphatic system working. Let's talk about some tools, techniques, things people can do to optimize their lymphatic system, get this, biophoton highway really running at light speed and get these toxins out of the body and create more optimal health.
Right. Okay. So you know, I think just to make point of the vital things that you can't go to a healthcare practitioner for an hour and then eat McDonald's, the rest of the week. So food is important, right?
Yes.
So yeah, so food, the type of water you're getting, that's really key. It's not enough to just drink, filter water by any means. And then meditation and exercise helping to actually physically move the body as well as creating the chemistry. And so on top of that, what I also found was that being able to move the lymphatic system is a key part of that as well. So I use in my practice, I developed a stone that is designed to multiple things. One is I've imprinted it with specific frequencies to heal the lymphatic system as well as balance the acupuncture meridians. And then also the protocol itself opens the lymphatic portals and then has a specific protocol that goes over the lymphatic system to help drain it, which also stimulates all of the acupuncture channels too, because you're running it on all of the acupuncture channels.
Interesting. So how does this stone work? Do you have an example there you can show us?
Yeah, I do. So, all right. So the stone is made out of a mineral. It's a mineral stone. In traditional Chinese medicine, there is something called a Bien stone, a stone that is made primarily of minerals and has its own energy and frequency itself. It's a beautiful stone to start with in being able to increase the frequency, of the body when you put it on the body. Being able to imprint it with like with additional biophoton field frequencies, it enables it to actually heal the lymphatic system as you move it. So unlike, lymphatic massage is great because you're actually getting someone to move your lymphatic system. But I also like the idea of it repairing. And I think because most people are in such disrepair on their cells, they need cellular rejuvenation in addition to not, to moving the body. So by being able to do that specific protocol, it enables us to actually get that stone on the body, get the energy frequencies communicating with our own energy frequencies. And as you had mentioned before, that vibrational energy field is, if it's designed as a perfect energy field in what your body should be vibrating, and then you put it on a body that's not vibrating at that exact healthy frequency, now we can start doing entrainment and having that, a neuroplasticity or that plasticity of learning what a perfect frequency of the acupuncture meridians are, or the energy field of the body. So now it can start training your body to be healthier as well.
And where can people get this stone of yours?
So at the True Energy website that you listed, but I can also, I can provide a PDF with some information, whatever's going to make it easier to get more information to people. Just let me know, what the best way to do that is so that I can give them more information. We have a short period of time and it's a lot of information.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'll give the website again for everyone, truenergyskincare.com, but then also keep an eye out for the PDF that we'll send you as well. So in addition to that, what we wanted to talk a little bit about something that you teach called Neuroemotional Technique. And how does Neuroemotional Technique relate to this gut, heart, brain axis and helping to optimize, our energy, our vitality, releasing stuck energy, stuck emotions, these kinds of things?
Right. Yeah. So the neuroemotional technique, I kind of like, if I were going to specialize, say what I specialize in my office, there's no doubt that like that advanced biophoton practitioner thing is there. But the other is a neuroemotional physiology. And because, as we say, issues are in the tissues, that our emotions that we think that we're having are actually an interpretation. So with the neuroemotional technique, let me start with the foundation on that. Is that there's three brains, and in fact, actually, that's what this chart kind of indicates. Is the three brains. The primary part of our survival is the reptilian brain. That's the brain that will do anything to survive. It also is where our biggest, if we're experiencing a lot of stress, and we end up in that reptilian mode because we think we have to survive in our environment, like it's no longer the bear. It's, all of the other things that feel like a threat to our life and our freedom. So that's the reptilian brain. Then there's the mammalian brain. The mammalian brain is the emotional brain, or the entire like limbic system. And the emotional brain is where we process everything that comes into our body as far as information. It pulls from our already had memories, our already created memories, and it pulls it all together and decides what kind of meaning it has for us. And then the neocortex, which is the outside of the brain, is the thinking brain. That's the part of the brain that creates rational ideas of, like why we feel a certain way, or why we're acting a certain way. Or it also is the part of the brain that actually helps us to get from A to B and B to C. It's very linear. So it's a very organized part of the brain. So the question is that people always get tripped up on this is that how much time do you think that we spend in our emotional brain or our neocortex? Like how much time in the neocortex in a given moment versus the emotional brain? And a lot of people think that we are thinking human beings. We are not thinking human beings. We live at a generous 20% in our thinking brain, and mostly in our emotional brain, or that mammalian brain. And so that's where the NET, that neuroemotional technique, comes in. It helps for being able to resolve unfinished limbic loops of responses that are not serving us now. They may have served us as a child, that could have been survival as a child, but they don't serve us now. So it can be anything from behavior, interpretation, how we communicate, why people push our buttons. Those buttons aren't that person. It's what that person reminds us of. But the thing is that why it shows up in the body is because emotions aren't a feeling, they're actually biochemical. So we actually give meaning behind a sensation that we've determined to be an emotion. So if you, for example, you're in high school and you're at your locker and you see your heart throb down the hallway, and you get palpitations and your hands get a little sweaty and you kind of feel maybe a tightness in your throat, then it's that heart throb. I think I'm in love, right? But if you're standing in the grocery store and you start getting palpitations and your hands start getting sweaty and your throat feels tight, you're going to think, am I having a heart attack? What's going on? Same exact biochemical reaction, but two interpretations of what that actually means, right? So we decide, and nothing has meaning till we give it meaning, right? I mean, Viktor Frankl was, a real pioneer in that concept. So what happens is that as we stuff a lot of our emotions and as we process them 80% of the time, as we're processing all those emotions, any unfinished business, any limbic loops that are in repeat cycle, those issues show up in the tissues and create illness. And because our emotions are so toxic, it also creates a big clog in the system.